Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. It is truly a pleasure to be here today to share with you an innovations that I believe can transform the way we approve early childhood education. Before I begin, I would like to invite all of you to imagine a classroom that is not ordinary, but one that is alive, the color, decorations, and cheerful energies. In this classroom, the walls are filled with bright visuals of fruits such as apples, bananas, strawberry, grapes, and orange, which is one carefully placed to attract children's attention. The decorations are not random, they are designed to stimulate curiosity and create a warm, welcoming environment where children feel excited to learn. Children in this classroom are not sitting quickly in row, waiting for instructions. Instead, the children are smiling, talking, interacting with each other. They are moved swiftly, explore the material around them, and engage the activities that look like play but actually structured learning experience. At first, an observer might think that the children are simply playing games or wasting time. However, beneath our surface, something much deeper is happening. The children are observing language, practicing communications, and building the confidence in expressing themselves, all while enjoying the process. This is a sentence of the project which is I have titled 40 Fun Language Corner, a fun and enjoying learning environment for early childhood education. The title itself reflects the central idea, which is learning language through fun, food-themed activities, and they are both enjoying the meaningful. My name is Nur Hidayah Akila, and I am currently in course PAKK 1142. Lecturer Miss Afifah, whose support and guidance have been invaluable in shaping the idea and structure of these innovations. The innovation I am presenting today focus how we, as a future educator, can transform a simple classroom corner into a powerful learning space. It is not about expensive tools or complicated methods, but about creativity, relevance, and meaningful management. The 40 Fun Language Corner is designed to support children's language development through play, interaction, and real-life experience. It is built on the belief that children learn best when they are creatively involved, when they are curious, and when they are having fun. The project is not about teaching vocabulary. It is about creating an environment where children feel safe to experiment with language, to make mistakes, and grow in a confidence. It is about making language learning natural, enjoyable, and part of their everyday life. So today, I invite you to join me in exploring this innovation. Together, we will see how a simple idea using foods as a theme can open the doors to creativity, engagement, and actively language learning for young children. I would like to begin with the list of content so you can have a clear overview of what we will cover. First of all, we will start with the introductions. In these sections, I will briefly explain the background of our topic, and what the presentation is about. This will help you to understand the purpose and direction of our project. Next, we will move on to the theme, which is fruits. In this part, we will explore why fruits were chosen as the main theme and how they are relevant to our learning objective. After that, we will discuss language activities that have a three language activity, which is number one is storytelling, two is my mystery box, and the last one is a role play. These activities are designed to improve language skills such as speaking, listening, reading, and writing through fun and interactive tasks related to fruits. The next section is digital resources. Here, we will introduce the tools and material that we use, such as video, image, and online platform. So, to support our learning and make the activities more interesting. Following that, we will talk about collaboration and interaction. In this selection, we will explain how students work together, communicate, and participate actively during the activities. Then, we will highlight the NPDI elements. In this include important aspects such as creativity, critical thinking, and value that are integrated into the learning process. After that, we will move to the conclusion. In this part, we will summarize the key points from our presentation and reflect on what we have learned. Overall, this presentation is structured to guide you to step by step, starting from the basic introduction to final conclusion, ensuring a smooth flow of information. With that, I hope the overview helped you understand what to expect. Let's now begin with the first sections, which is the introductions. Early childhood educations play a critical role in shaping children's overall development. At this stage, children are building the foundation of language communications and cognitive skills that will influence their future learning and social interactions. Young children are often described as a sponge because they are observe everything around them. They listen and to conversations, observe actions, and imitate words and phrases, gradually building their vocabulary and understanding of language. This is the stage where children begin to form sentences, express their feelings, and share their truth. It is delicate periods where the right environment can make a huge difference in how they develop confidence in communications. However, many children face challenges. Some have a limited vocabularies, others struggle with the confidence, and many find it difficult to understanding instructions, especially when learning a second language like English. Traditional teaching methods that rely heavily on memorizations often fail to address their challenge. Memorizations may help children recall words temporarily, but it does not give them ability to use language meaningful in real life simulations. Instead, research and practice show that children learn the best through play-based interactions and meaningful activities. These activities connect learning to their daily life, making language more relevant and easier to understand. This is where Learning Corner becomes extremely useful. A learning corner is not a just physical space. It is a safe, stimulating, and engaging environment where children can explore interactions and learn at their own pace. In a learning corner, children are free to experiment with language, to talk with peers, and enjoying the activity encourage communication. It is a space that promotes independence while still being guided by a teacher. Therefore, my project introduced the Fruity Fun Learning Language Corner, which is specifically designed to make language learning enjoyable, engaging, and meaningful. It is built around the idea that children should not only learn new words but also use them confidently in real life situations. By creating this corner, we are giving children opportunity to learn language in a way that is natural, fun, and effective. It is a step toward transforming classroom in a space that truly supports early childhood development. The theme chosen for this learning corner is fruits. This theme was selected because it is familiar, relevant, and easy for children to connect with fruits. Fruits are a part of their everyday life, whether at home, in school, or at the market. Because of this familiarity, children find it easier to connect new vocabulary with real-life objects. When they are seeing an apple in the classroom, they can immediately relate it into the apple they are eat at home, making the language process more meaningful. The fruit theme also supports sensory learning. Children can see the colors, feel the texture, and sometimes even smell the fruits. This sensory experience strengthens their understanding and memory of new words. Several materials are included in this learning corner to support the theme. The first is food poster flashcard, which is provide visual supports and help children recognize and remember vocabulary easily. Second, toy, fruits, and puppets are included to encourage hands-on interactions. Children can hold, explore, and play with this item while learning new words, making the experience more enjoyable. Third, a big book or e-book is used for storytelling activity. These resources help improve listening and comprehension skill while also introducing children to new vocabulary in context. 4. A table and comfortable carpet are provided to create a relaxed and enjoying grouping learning environment. This setup encourages children to sit together, share ideas, and participate actively. The combination of physical and digital material is important because it is catered to different learning styles among children. Some children learn best through visual, others through touch, and others through interactive digital technology. By integrating both traditional and modern resources, the Fruity Fun Language Learning ensures that all children can benefit, regardless of their preferred learning style. Ultimately, the fruit theme make the learning corner not only educational but also fun, familiar, and highly enjoyable. It transforms language learning into an experience that children look forward to every day. The first activity in the Fruit Fun Language Corner is called fruit storytelling. Storytelling has always been one of the most powerful tools in early childhood education because it combines imaginations, language, and emotional connections. In this activity, the teacher reads a fruit-themed story using a big book and e-big book. The large format of the book ensures that all children can see the illustration clearly, while the digital versions add interactive elements that make the story even more fun. The teacher used expressive voice and facial expressions and gestures to bring the story live. The performer aspect captures children's attention and help them connect emotionally with the character and event in the real story. Before starting, the teacher showed the book cover and introduced the topic. This step built anticipation and curiosity, encouraging children to predict what the story might be about. During the storytelling, the teachers paused at certain point to highlight key vocabulary. For example, when the word banana appears, the teacher might point the caption and ask the children to repeat the word together. Children are encouraged to listen carefully, understand the meaning and respond when the prompt. They may repeat simple words such as apple or orange, or even short phrases like I like grapes. After the storytelling session, children are given opportunity to retell part of the story in their words. This activity helps them practice speaking and reinforce their understanding of the vocabulary. Storytelling expands children's vocabulary, improves listening and comprehension skills, and develop their confidence in speaking. It also introduces them to sentence structures and narrative flow in a natural way. More importantly, storytelling creates a meaningful learning experience because children are not just memorizing words, they are learning words within a context which is make easier to remember and use them later. Through storytelling, language learning become a joyful journey. Children are immersed in a world that imagination while simultaneously building the foundation of communication skills that serve them for real life. The second activity is called Fruit Mystery Box. This activity is designed to stimulate children's sense and encourage them to use descriptive language. A box is prepared and inside it a different type of fruits or toy fruits. The box is closed so that children cannot see what is inside, creating an element of surprise. Children take turns putting their hands inside the box without looking. They feel the fruits and guess what is based on shape, size, or texture. They are encouraged to describe what they feel using simple English words. For example, they might say round, soft, smooth, or big. This activity promotes sensory learning, which is very important in early childhood education by engaging multiple senses. Children strengthen their memories and understanding of new vocabulary. It also helps develop critical thinking and problem-solving skills. Children must analyze the clue they feel and make logical guesses about the fruits. At the same time, they are actively using language to describe and express their idea. This strengthens their vocabulary and speaking ability in a natural and enjoyable way. Because of the elements of the surprise, the activity is fun and exciting. Children are eager to take turns, which is increase their engagement and curiosity. The fruit mystery board also encourages social interactions as children often laugh, share guests, and discuss their experience with friends. Overall, this activity combines sensory exploration with language practice, making it a powerful tool for both cognitive and linguistic development. The third activity is fruit market role play. Role play is one of the most effective ways to teach language because it places children in a real life situations where communication is important. In this activity, the learning corner is transformed into a mini fruit market. Tables are arranged like stores, toy fruits displays, and children are given roles as a buyer and seller. Children interact using simple English conversations. For example, a buyer may say, "How much is this apple?" While the seller responds, "It is 2 ringgits." Through this role play, children practice real-life communication in a meaningful context. They are not just repeating words, they are using language to achieve a purpose. This activity helps improve speaking skills and build confidence. Children learn to speak clearly, listen to others, and respond opportunity. It also encourages social interactions and teamwork. Children must take turns, cooperate, and respect each other's roles during the activities. Role-play promote creativity. Role-play promote creativity as children invent dialogues, and a prize, and sometimes even act out funny scenario. Most important, children learn how to use language in a real life situations, not just in a textbook. This makes the learning experience practical and relevant. The fruit market role play also introduces basic numeric skills, and children talk about a price and quantities while practicing language. Altogether, this activity combines language, social skills, and activity making. It's making one of the most enjoying part of the 40 Fun Learning Language Corner. In addition to physical material, digital resources are integrated into the learning corner through the use of an e-big book. The e-big book is a digital flipbook that allows children to interact with the story by clicking, swiping, and following visual prompts. It provides a similar experience to read a physical book, but with an interactive element such as animation, sounds, and clickable vocabulary. The combination of text and visual helps children understand the story better and remember new vocabulary more effectively. Digital storytelling encourages children's engagement because it is dynamic, visual, appealing, and interactive. In addition to physical material, digital resources are integrated into the learning corner through the use of an e-big book. The e-big book is a digital flipbook that allows children to interact with the story by clicking, swiping, and following visual prompts. It provides a similar experience to read a physical book, but with an interactive element such as animation, sounds, and clickable vocabulary. The combination of text and visual helps children understand the story better and remember new vocabulary more effectively. Digital storytelling encourages children's engagement because it is dynamic, visual, appealing, and interactive. In the classroom, the teachers can display the e-big book using a tablet, laptop, or smartboard, making it accessible to all the children. Children can take turns navigating to the page, which is encourage activity, participations, and collaborations. This integration of technology supports learning by making it more interactive, enjoyable, and meaningful. It also prepares children for digital world, where technology is a natural part of communications and learning. By combining traditional storytelling with digital tools, the 40 Fun Language Corner ensure that children experience the best of both worlds. This e-big book is titled The Hungry Caterpillar Loves Fruits and Engineering, an interactive reading material especially designed for young learners, particularly preschool and early primary school children. The story follows a tiny caterpillar that hatched from an egg on a bright, sunny morning and begins its journey in search of food. At the beginning of the story, the caterpillar expresses that it is very hungry, wishes that the man dance and capture children's attentions. As the story progresses, the caterpillar explores and eats a variety of fruit such as apples, bananas, oranges, watermelons, and strawberries. Each fruit is introduced on a separate page, allowing children to focus on one concept at a time. Every page not only highlights the fruits but also emphasizes its colors and taste. Using simple descriptive words such as sweet, tasty, juicy, and delicious, this helps children expand their vocabulary while making meaningful connections between objects and their characteristics. One of the key strengths of this book it is interactive element. Each page includes simple questions directed at the children such as what food is this? What color it is? Do you like this fruit? Is the caterpillar hungry or full? These questions encourage active participation, critical thinking, and speaking skills. Teachers can pause during reading to allow children to respond, making the storytelling sessions more powerful and student connect. The storyline also introduces a basic understanding of sequence and progressions as children follow the caterpillar's journey from being hungry to eventually feeling full. At the end of the storytelling, the caterpillar rests and later transforms into a beautiful butterfly. This introduces children to the concept of metamorphosis in a simple and age-appropriate way. In addition, the book includes research sections where children can review all the fruits, their colors and taste. This reinforces learning and help improve memory retention. The final page celebrates the caterpillar transformation and provide a positive and satisfying conclusion to the story. The illustrations in the e-book are bright, colorful, and visually appealing, which help to maintain children's interest and support visual learning. The large format of the book makes it ideal for shared reading sessions, where teachers can easily show the page to the whole class. Overall, this big book is not only entertaining but also highly educational. It supports multiple areas of early childhood development, including language development such as vocabulary and sentence structures. Other than that, cognitive skills like recognition, memory, and other than that, social interaction, which is responding to questions and group participation. Lastly, early science awareness like life cycle of a caterpillar to be a beautiful butterfly. This makes it a valuable teaching resources for classroom use, especially in preschool and kindergarten setting. All the activities in the Fruit Fun Language Corner are carefully designed to promote collaborations and interaction among children because language learning is most effective when it happens in a social context rather than in isolation. Children are encouraged to work in a pair or small groups, which allow them to share ideas, take turns, and communicate naturally with each other. This group dynamic helps them practice listening and responding in real time. Through this interaction, children develop important social skills such as cooperation, respect, and patience. They learn that communication is not just about speaking, but also about listening and understanding others. Collaboration also builds confidence. When children see their peers using language, they feel motivated to try as well, and they realize that mistakes are part of the learning process. Working together encourages children to express their truth and ideas more freely. They are less afraid of being wrong because they are supported by their group. This environment fosters peer learning where children learn from the one another's strengths. A child who knows a word can teach it into a friend, reinforce their own knowledge while helping others. Interaction also make learning more meaningful. Instead of memorizing words alone, children use language in communications, games, and role play, which help them understand its purpose. Teachers play a guiding role, facilitating discussions and encourage children to communicate. However, focus remains of the children's active involvement rather the teacher concern instructions. By promoting collaborations, the fruity fun learning language corner help children develop both linguistic and social emotional skills, preparing them for future learning and relationship. Ultimately, language learning becomes a shared journey. Children grow together, support one another, and discover the joy of communication in a safe and interactive environment. This project also incorporates the new pedagogies for deep learning elements, which is ensure that learning is not only effective but also meaningful and long-lasting. The first element is relevance. The fruits them context learning to children's real-life experience, making it easier for them to understand and apply new vocabulary. The second element is engagement. Hands-on and interactive activity capture children's attention and motivate them to participate actively in the learning process. The third element is enhancement. Digital tools like the e-bit book enrich the learning experience by adding interactive features that support comprehension and retention. The fourth element is extensions. Children are able to apply what they have learned in real-life situations, such as during role play in the fruit market. Together, these elements ensure that learning goes beyond memorization. Children are not just learning words, they are also learning how to use language meaningfully. NPDL also empowers collaborations and creativity and critical thinking, all of which are embodied in the activities of the fruity fun language learning. By aligning with NPDL, the project demonstrations how innovating teaching strategies can transform classroom into a space of deep learning. It shows that when learning is relevant, enhanced and extended, students are more likely to retain knowledge and apply to confidently. In short, the NPDL element make the fruity fun language corner not just fun idea but also pedagogically sound approach to early childhood education language. In conclusion, the 45 Language Corner is an effective approach to support early language development in young children. Through a combination of hands-on activities and digital resources, children are able to expand their vocabulary in ways that are natural and enjoyable. They are also improve their communication skills, learning to express themselves clearly and confidently in a both individual and group setting. The activities build a confidence by encouraging children to speak, listen, and interact without fear of making mistakes. More importantly, the Learning Corner creates a fun, interactive, and meaningful environment that inspires children to enjoy learning. As future educators, it is our responsibility to design a learning experience that sparks curiosity and fosters a love for language. We must remember that for young children, the most effective learning happens when they are having fun. Play and learning are not separate. They are deeply connected. This project demonstrates that with creatively and thoughtful planning, even a simple classroom corner can become a powerful tool for education. The 45 Language Corner is not just about food or vocabulary. It is about building confidence, social skills, and lifelong for learning. Thank you for listening, and I hope this project inspires all of us to continue innovating and creating joyful learning environment for children. That's all from me. Bye. Plant a kindness today and you will harvest sweet fruits in the future. Carries a deep meaning, especially for future teachers. As pre-service teachers, every positive value, habits, and attitude we develop now will shape the kind of educators we become. Just like planting a seed, the process requires patience, consistency, and care. The small good actions we practice today, such as being responsible, kind, and dedicated, we will eventually grow into a meaningful outcome in our teaching careers. For a future teachers, planting goodness can be seen in the way we treat others, especially our peers, lecturers, and students during training. Showing respect, empathy, and integrity help build strong character. These qualities may seem simple, but they are essential in creating a positive learning environment. When we consistently practice this value, we are actually preparing ourselves to become role models who can inspire students. In addition, the effort we invest in improving our knowledge and teaching skills is also a form of planting goodness. Attending classes seriously, preparing listen well, and being open to feedback are all important steps. Sometimes the result may not be immediate and we might feel tired and discouraged. However, just like a plant takes time to grow, our effort will eventually bear fruits when we become confident, competent, and effective teachers. The sweet fruits mentioned in the text can be seen in the success of our future students. When students understand lessons, grow in confidence, and develop good value, it reflects the dedication of their teachers. Knowing that we have made a positive difference in someone's life is one of the greatest rewards of being a teacher. This is the outcome of the goodness we have planned from the very beginning. In conclusion, this quote remind us that our actions today will determine our future. As future teacher, we must be mindful of the value we cultivate and the efforts we put into the growth. By planting goodness consistently, we are not only shaping our success but also contributing to the development of future good generations. The journey may take time, but the result will surely be as sweet as the fruits we patiently nurture.